Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Blue Ridge broadcast tonight of Wellsboro basketball, a big one, as the Hornets take on the Tigers of North Penn Mansfield. I'll go on with about 3 minutes. Hello? I'll go on with 3 minutes before. Great. Good evening and welcome to the Hornets' Nest at Wellsboro High School for tonight's huge high school basketball game in the NTL. The one loss, 7-1 Wellsboro Hornets, fresh off of their dramatic victory against Liberty on Monday night, take on the 5-4 North Penn Mansfield Tigers. Wellsboro coming in having lost their opening game of the year to Athens, and that was it. Mansfield lost their first 4 games of the season and now find themselves at 5-4, playing as good a brand of basketball as anybody in the league. And just ask Troy, as they gave Troy their first league loss on Friday evening, 68-64. They then followed that up with an easy win against Towanda Monday night. And now Wellsboro has to regroup a little bit because of that super emotional game, knocking Liberty from the unbeaten ranks on Monday. Have to getting refocused tonight because it's a tough opponent, as North Penn Mansfield firing on all cylinders right now. And Wellsboro, of course, really just having an amazing season under Coach Adams, losing Joe Grab in mid-October, a gentleman who was responsible for 55% of the points that Wellsboro scored last year. But in true, the glass is half full, not half empty fashion, Coach Adams really has this team playing so well and had them playing so well from the beginning, basically taking the Joe Grab situation and telling the other players on the team that this is just going to create additional opportunities for you to take advantage of, and boy, have they ever taken advantage of it. So we're looking forward on the Blue Ridge Cable Network tonight to be able to bring you this game as well as the JV game. We'll be calling both games for Blue Ridge and also on the Wellsboro streaming service, as both teams head to their respective benches, and we'll have the introductions and, of course, then the national anthem in just a moment. Wellsboro will be in their traditional home white with green lettering. North Penn Mansfield wearing their blue, or North Penn Mansfield on their blue jerseys with the gold numerals. And right now we'll be pausing in a second for the national anthem. And then we should have a great game for you tonight.
The Northern Tier League promotes good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting participants, officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other inappropriate actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, and team representatives will not be tolerated. And a grounds removed from this site of competition and all other NTL competitions for the remainder of the year. We appreciate your interest in our athletic programs and our student athletes. Enjoy the game. At this time, please rise for the national anthem.
The starting lineups being introduced, and one thing that you'll notice, both of these teams start young squads that will have most of their players back. Sam Lawrence being introduced, he's a sophomore. Brody Burley is a sophomore. Alex Stein, he is a senior. He's a senior. Eli Scholl's a junior. And the fifth member of the starting lineup is probably the gentleman who will be the freshman of the year in the NTL, Carson Dominic, averaging 20 points a game for the Tigers. And Coach Adams counters with his starting lineup with a sophomore, Peyton McClure, sophomore Connor Adams, Isaac Keene, a junior. He'll be in the starting lineup as usual. And Liam Manning comes off onto the court, the 6'5" center. And then the player that we feel may be the most improved player in the NTL this year, and that is Darren Callahan. So 5 underclassmen start for Wellsboro, 4 underclassmen start for Mansfield, although Mansfield's 2 reserves who come in and play the most minutes. Curtis Craig's a senior, as well as the other senior is Jake Evans. Jake Evans also a senior, so Mansfield a little more senior laden off the bench than the Hornets. But both of these teams basically should be NTL, significant players in the NTL for a long time to come. So already it's North Penn Mansfield, it's Wellsboro. You needn't say any more than that. A lot on the line tonight as Wellsboro with a path to win the Big School title in the NTL. Since North Penn Mansfield gave Troy a loss last Friday night. Brody Burley set to jump with Manning, and Liam wins the tip, but hit it pretty hard and out of bounds. And they're gonna, looks like they're gonna, well, do it again, I guess. So we'll have a redo here, Manning and Burley. And this tip is taken by Wellsboro, so the Hornets get the chance to make the first basket of the game. Working it into Manning. Alex Stein knocked it away momentarily. Connor Adams, Alex Stein all over him. Alex really covered Ty Barrett of Troy the other night like a blanket. Adams now out front, and again Stein right over there on Adams. They work it inside to Manning. Give and go. Manning gets it back, puts up a jumper, and Brody Burley, good block there. And then Wellsboro throws it away. So advantage there to Brody Burley with the first defensive play of the game as he got the block on the shot. And here comes North Penn. Alex Stein and Sam Lawrence in the backcourt. Stein right now the only senior on this court for both teams. And Stein's going to take the first shot, and Alex Stein, nothing but nylon. And Alex makes it 2-0. So Wellsboro won't be able to pitch a shutout tonight as they did against Liberty on Monday evening when it was 11-0 at the end of the quarter. Here goes Connor Adams. He finds a nice spot. He gets it back from Manning. And here's McClure. McClure for the 3, no good. Stein with the rebound off of the iron. Spinning move by Lawrence. He gets it into Burley. Burley moves in on Manning, puts it up and in. Brody Burley. That was the shot that Brody made that actually gave Mansfield the lead in the last seconds of that game with Troy Monday. A shot just like that, and it's 4-0 Tigers. 3-point shot goes by Key, no good. Coming down with a rebound is Shaw. And here come the Tigers looking to break out to even bigger lead. Sam Lawrence back over to Stein. Alex fronted by Connor Adams. Working it back over to Sam Lawrence. Inside to Burley. And Burley may have moved his pivot foot there. And that's a turnover, and the ball goes to the Wellsboro Hornets. Here goes Liam Manning up. Liam off the back glass. That doesn't fall. And right down with it comes Alex Stein, and here goes North Penn Mansfield. Stein goes in off of the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound and getting it. It was McClure, but stealing it is Alex Stein. And I guess the assist goes to McClure. What a nice play by Alex Stein to intercept that pass. It's like he was playing defensive back for Tom Dickinson's squad. And there's a shot needing that one to get on the board. Darren Callahan drains it. 6-2. We said Callahan so vastly improved on the basketball court for this year. And he gets Wellsboro going with their first basket. Lawrence somewhat in no man's land. He misses that. And Connor Adams sweeps the boards clean. And here comes Connor over to McClure. Back over to Connor, working inside to Manning. Good move by Liam, but he puts it up a little too hard. And the rebound comes to Eli Shaw. Mansfield running on offense now. Here goes Burley moving in, and I think they're going to wave that off. Coach Burley thought he might get an and one, but they're going to say there was a travel involved before, and turnover goes to the Hornets. They look to string back-to-back baskets together. Manning, fronted by Burley. They get the ball back over, and there's a money shot by Callahan. That is a shot he would not have even thought about taking a year ago, and now he's swishing it. Burley comes flying in to try to get the missed shot. He doesn't get it, and Wellsboro now looks to go on a 6-0 run of their own, or 7-0. Here's Manning being covered by Burley back out front. They work it over to Isaac Keene. Here Connor Adams goes in, and Connor ties the game, so Wellsboro answers back with 6 unanswered. A pair of 6s on the board right now, each team with 6 unanswered points. And Mansfield has their first 2 subs up. Curtis Craig, who had 19 points against Troy, will get on the court for the first time along with Jake Evans. Shot by Dominic. He's been quiet so far in the early going. And Wellsboro looks to extend their scoring run to 8 or 9 off of Dominic's miss. McClure in the corner, played by Dominic. There's a 3-point shot that grazes the iron, no good. Keene tries to save it, but he did step out. And now Jacob Evans is on the court along with Curtis Craig, replacing Dominic and Shaw. Pleased to be with you tonight on the Blue Ridge Network as well as the Wellsboro streaming service. Here's Stein into the middle, feeds it off to Craig. They did a lot of that Friday night, and they start again tonight. Alex Stein with a dip off right underneath, and Curtis Craig lays it in, and Mansfield back in front. Open there for a 2-point shot, and that's Isaac Keene scoring. Good action here in the first quarter. Dump off to Burley. Burley goes up over Manning, and he gets it to go. In again, out again, in again for Brody Burley. Brody's got 4, and it's 10-8. Just a shame that we can't have more fans in for this impactful game tonight. But seating limited to 2 tickets to each member of the varsity and JV squads. And the rest, well, hopefully you're enjoying it on the Blue Ridge Cable Network or the Wellsboro streaming service. And there's a basket by Liam Manning. So teams matching scores here, and we're even at 10. Sam Lawrence being played by McClure, finds Alex Stein. Stein works it over to Evans, back to Burley. Burley has a little trouble with it, but gets it back. Jacob Evans, he's deadly from there, but he misses that one. But Burley with a hustling rebound, and Brody comes up on a nice shot. Burley switched hands and got that one to go. He's got 6 already, and it's 12-10 Tigers. Keene, covered by Craig. Wellsboro's never led so far. Here goes Manning trying to post up early, and he does that. Liam says, hey, if you can use that move on the one end, I'll use it down on our end. And a good first quarter of basketball, 12-12. We haven't had a lot of good first quarters here on the Blue Ridge. We've had at least 3 shutouts pitched in our games this season in the first quarter already, but not tonight. Sam Lawrence gets the ball back, but it's knocked away from him, and the ball's on the floor. And here comes Isaac Keene with 30 seconds to go. Keene thought about the shot. Don't know if Wellsboro will hold for one shot or not. And now Coach Adams does go out last shot. In a 12-12 tie, they'll go for the last shot, and that will give Wellsboro their first lead of the game if they're successful. 12 seconds to go. Into Manning. Manning kicks it over to Connor Adams. He's wide open. He takes it and misses. And now Mansfield could get the last shot if they hurry. Jacob Evans with a second to go. He puts it up from half court, and that almost went in. So an entertaining first quarter comes to an end, and after one period of play, it's North Penn Mansfield 12 and Wellsboro 12 after one period. We didn't think there'd be much that would separate these two teams tonight, and we've been right. It looks like North Penn Mansfield would get off to the hot start, which they did in this game, 6-0, but then Wellsboro responded with 6 straight points, and since then we've been trading baskets, and it's 12-12 after one period. In that period, Connor Adams had 2 points, Isaac Keene 2 points, Liam Manning 4 points, Darren Callahan 4 points. For North Penn Mansfield, 6 points for Brody Burley, 4 points for Alex Stein, and 2 points for Curtis Craig. And a stat that you like to see, after one period, neither team has committed a foul. So right now it doesn't look like foul trouble is going to be an issue this evening. And this is the Peg Bergeson Memorial Game. Miss Bergeson, a beloved teacher here in the Wellsboro School District, but Peg lived in the Mansfield School District, and she had sons who played for many years for Mansfield in a variety of sports, but basketball was their passion. And Peg, with her boys playing for Mansfield but teaching in Wellsboro, illogical that the schools would come up with this idea. And it's I believe, the 6th edition of the Peg Bergeson Memorial. I believe North Penn Mansfield holds the lead 3-2 in that category. And they hold the lead now 14-12 on the Alex Stein basket. But this is a great rivalry because you've got a rivalry where both teams win. It's just not a geographic rivalry. It's a rivalry where both teams are competitive and both teams trade victories, and they win on each other's court as well. So not much to separate these teams, and it shouldn't be much separating them tonight either. Curtis Craig gets in the way of that shot, and he knocks it out of bounds. Oh, nice off the inbounds pass to Adams, but he misses it, but he gets his own follow-up. So they let Connor break free for an uncontested shot, which he missed, but then he got the uncontested layup, which he made. And now we've been trading baskets. It was 6-6, and since then, Mansfield gets the lead. Wellsboro ties it. Mansfield gets the lead, and Wellsboro ties it. But now off a steal, Wellsboro can get their first lead of the night. Adams into Manning. Manning with a good post-up move, and Leah Manning, big-time play by the junior. And Wellsboro has the lead for the first time tonight. Stein works it over to Evans. Evans pops a 3. He's dangerous from that spot. Jacob Evans trifecta, and back go the Tigers into the lead. Sam Lawrence looking to come in again. They get it over to Drew Manning, who's in the game now. Drew misses that one a little hard, and Burley gets the rebound, gets it over to Stein. Evans is going to try another one. Oh, off the front of the iron, no good, and the rebound comes down to Connor Adams. They work it back into Liam Manning. Manning over to Drew Callahan. Darren Callahan. Callahan misses, and the rebound to the Tigers. Here goes Brody Burley, and we may have our first foul of the game called. And it's going to go against Liam Manning. That's his first foul, of course, and the first team foul in the game. So foul should not be a significant factor tonight, as we've only had one, and we played a good 11 minutes here almost. Missed by Stein, but there's the rebound by Curtis Craig. And Curtis Craig puts it back in. Mansfield now back up by 3. Here's Keene. Nice move by Isaac, but he's cut off. And then he calls the double dribble. Great play by Eli Shaw. He comes up with a defensive play. Then he creates the turnover as well. So Eli Shaw with a big play. So Coach Adams with a smart timeout here as North Penn Mansfield has jumped out to the 3-point lead, and then they've had a turnover there on Wellsboro's part, and they'll get the ball back again. But certainly two evenly matched teams. North Penn Mansfield certainly not playing like the team that started out 0-4. They had a lot of away games at the beginning of the season. Some tough losses there. But the last 2 weeks, they really have played as good a brand of basketball as anybody in the NTL. And as I say, you can ask Troy about that with Mansfield's victory the other evening in a great game, 66-62. But that victory now has opened things up for Wellsboro as far as possibly winning the big school title. And Athens still lurking in the background as well, as this is a big week for Wellsboro. You had undefeated Liberty Monday night, the rivalry game with Mansfield tonight, and Athens comes to town on Friday night. So 3 huge home games as they try to run the gauntlet, and they got the first step of that gauntlet accomplished Monday. Here goes Alex Stein. He's going to try to make it tougher to get the second part of the gauntlet run. Missing the shot, though, and here comes Callahan. Darren into the front court quickly. Adams thought about a 3, doesn't take it. Give and go nicely. They get it to Adams, but he's harassed by Alex Stein, and Stein does what he does best, tormenting the opponent. And he creates a missed shot there, and here's Alex onto the front court. Sam Lawrence tries to work it into Craig, but batting it away nicely, like a defensive back, was quarterback Isaac Keene. Here goes Callahan. Oh, Darren Callahan. That play was unstoppable. He's got 6 on the night, and it's 19-18. Dribbled in and then took that fade away, and that would be a hard shot to block for anyone, and he's just playing magnificent basketball. Here goes Craig, and he has it stolen away. Connor Adams. Mansfield thought there was a carry there, but they missed the shot. Coach Burley thought that he may have carried that ball, but no call made. And Manning comes in for Cameron Broad. Broad came in for a few minutes there. We missed Cameron out there. He had a key foul shot the other night to enable Wellsboro to beat Liberty. He came off the bench there when they needed him and made a huge foul shot. Missed there by Callahan, but Manning gets the rebound. Manning puts it in, and the rim is friendly for Liam Manning. And Wellsboro again now has forged to their second lead of the night, and it's a 1-point game. Brody Burley, oh my goodness, Brody Burley threw that one up there on the wing of a prayer, and friendly rims at that end of the court, and Brody gets it to fall. Brody's already out there with 8 points. Nice play, Brody. Adams over to McClure. Over to Callahan, 3:34 to play in what has been an excellent first half. Long 3-pointer by McClure, that doesn't go, and crashing the boards and getting it was Brody Burley. Alex Stein gets it into the front court, a little trouble there at half court, but gets it back. Adams is on him. Working it back into Burley. Burley with a nice post move on Manning. Doesn't get it to go. And Liam fights hard and gets the rebound. And there's Callahan missing that one from in close. And that was off the back of the rim. No good. And the ball into the front court to the Tigers. Here goes Alex Stein. Spins away. Puts it up. Misses the shot. Hitting the court hard was McClure. But he bounces back up, as Wellsboro has a chance to take the lead. First foul of the game on North Penn. Burley gets the infraction. Working it back out to McClure. Nice pass inside. Here goes Manning. Manning goes up amongst the trees, and Liam Manning He's got 10 points. He's the leading scorer in the game. He's got 10 and Brody Burley's got 8. Those guys are exchanging baskets. And Manning's going to get flagged on that call there as he grabbed the arm of Burley on a hold. And there's only 2 fouls committed by Wellsboro, but they've both been committed by Liam Manning. And he's going to come out right now. And Cameron Brought is now going to be challenged with the task of going after Brody Burley. Stein with a nice move, can't get it, but Alex follows his miss up and scores. Beautiful play by Alex Stein, following up the miss and getting the basket. 1 point game, favor of North Penn Mansfield. Peyton McClure driving into the lane. McClure puts it up, he won't get that to fall. 2 Wellsboro players kind of collide together. They get it to Lawrence. Lawrence puts up it hard and can't get it to go. And nice rebound there by Cameron Brought. Brought fighting for that rebound for the Hornets. Adams, 1:19 to play. Brought thought about a shot. He doesn't take it though. Kicks it back to Connor. Connor Adams had a step on Stein, and not too many people get steps on Stein. But Connor Adams did, and Adams gets the basket, and Wellsboro has the lead now, 24-23. Just a reminder that we are scheduled tomorrow night, and as far as we know, that game is scheduled to be played yet. That's North Penn Mansfield girls against Towanda. Their game last evening with the Wellsboro girls, that game was canceled. Some COVID protocols, but as of this moment, we're led to believe that that game will be played tomorrow night, and if not, hopefully I'll have a great sports classic for you. Friday night, we're going to be right back here with Wellsboro and Athens, and then a doubleheader on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, Mansfield girls against Wyalusing. Saturday night, Mansfield boys against Kawaneski Valley. So a lot of NTL basketball this week, and again, we hope that the weather and COVID-19 allow us to not have any cancellations. Craig, the inbound under the basket. 1 point game. Craig looking to inbound it, and it's knocked away. And Cameron Brought comes up with a nice play. Cameron's had a couple good defensive plays here. Brought in the corner, being played by Burley. Gets it back outside, 48 seconds to go. Long three-point shot by McClure. That does not go, and Burley gets the rebound. Adams almost called on a reach-in, but doesn't get the foul. And Alex Stein, in what has been a great first half of basketball. Good competitive game here at the Hornets' Nest tonight. And there's a shot that goes by Jacob Evans. Jacob Evans drives in, gets fouled. And the foul's going to go against Peyton McClure. That is his first foul. And Evans off the bench, and Jake has 6 points. 2 point lead for the Tigers. Looks like Wellsboro may go for the last shot. Here's Broad in the corner, working it back out to Adams. Adams thought about the three, puts it in from, oh, it is a three. I thought his foot might have been on the line, but it wasn't. Trifecta time before the buzzer. And with that 3-point basket by Connor Adams, Wellsboro has taken a 1 point halftime lead, 27-26 in that quarter. Wellsboro scored 15 points. North Penn Mansfield scored 14 points. And it is 27-26 here at the end of the first half. What has been an excellent first half of basketball tonight. Multiple lead changes. Nobody with a lead by more than 6 points. And for those who followed us on Blue Ridge, we had a streak here at the beginning of the year where some of the games were not the most competitive in the world, but certainly over the last few games, the Mansfield-Troy game and the Wellsboro-Liberty game Monday night, some good tight games. And right now we'll take a pause for a moment as you can enjoy the performance from the Wellsboro cheerleading squad. Certainly a nice performance once again by the Wellsboro cheerleaders. At this time, I'd like to go over the scores from Monday night and Tuesday in the NTL. For those who keep track of such things, on Tuesday, no boys action within the league, but girls games on Tuesday night. It was Towanda, the league leading undefeated Towanda Black Knights beating Wyalusing 54-20. It was Athens, pretty much by almost the same score. Athens 53, Troy 22. It was Canton 53, Kawaneski Valley 15. And it was Northeast Bradford 72, Williamson 22. So you had some games that were not too close. You had Towanda over Wyalusing by 26, Athens over Troy by 29, Canton beat Kawaneski Valley by 38, and NEB beat Williamson by 50. In Monday night's girls action, on Monday night, Athens in a non-league game defeated Benton 50-17, and Williamson defeated Bucktail 48-34. Williamson's had for a team that didn't win a game last year, the Williamson girls. A little shout out to their program right now. By our count, they've lost 9 games, but they've won 4 games already this season, and showing that is certainly there's certainly no pushovers. In Monday night's boys action, the last time there was boys games in the NTL, we talked about the Wellsboro win against Liberty 47-45. Also, North Penn Mansfield, as we said, they defeated Towanda. Towanda stuck with them for a little while, but then Mansfield forged ahead and won convincingly 74-58. It was Kawaneski Valley 75 and Williamson 40. And then surprising a little bit by how close the game was, Troy beat Canton. Good rivalry game there, but it was only a 4-point game. Troy 63 and Canton 59. .428 till we start the second half, and looking at where both these teams lie, the boys in the Class AAA rankings right now. I don't know if they've had to take a pause in their season or not, but Central Columbia, the only undefeated team in Class 3A in the NTL, but we have them with a record of 6-0, only having played 6 games. Then Loyal Sock seems to be playing almost a game every night or every other night. They're 13-1. Their only loss this season was a buzzer beater to Holy Redeemer. Then Troy 10-2 right now in the overall. Mount Carmel's 9-2. Wellsboro 7-1. South Williamsport 8-3. So you got some teams right there. That 6 teams that are way above 500. Playing very well. And that's why these games are key for Mansfield, because my understanding is they're going to take the top 8 teams in the NTL, and right now the top 8 teams, according to our Williamsport rankings, Central Columbia, Loyal Sock, Troy, Mount Carmel, Wellsboro, South Williamsport, Bloomsburg, and Southern Columbia, and Mansfield, and North Penn Mansfield. They're Southern Columbia and North Penn Mansfield both 5-4, and then Warrior Run is at 4-4. So a couple of these teams aren't going to be in the playoff dance because the top 8 are the ones that are going to go. And right now it almost looks like the top 6, Central Columbia, Loyal Sock, Troy, Mount Carmel, Wellsboro, and South Williamsport are in. Bloomsburg at 5-4. Southern Columbia 4, or North Penn Mansfield 5-4, Southern Columbia 4-4, Warrior Run 4-4. So it looks like 2 of those 4 teams should make it into the playoffs. So key games for sure, and none more important for North Penn Mansfield than the game going on this evening, and none more important for Wellsboro than what's going on this evening, as Wellsboro looking to win another one after their only loss of the season against Athens. And that was a game they led by double digits going into the 4th quarter. And it was just the first game of the year, first game they played without Joe Grab, and it was a road game, so a lot of different things happening, but in this situation, it really did play itself out, and Wellsboro just off to the hot start, and they're leading tonight's game by 1 point. As we look at the scoring for North Penn Mansfield, 8 points for Brody Burley, 8 points for Alex Stein, 4 points for Curtis Craig, 6 points for Jake Evans. Players in the game in foul trouble for North Penn Mansfield. Brody Burley has 1 foul. That was the only foul called against Mansfield in the first half. Wellsboro also only had 3 fouls against them. Peyton McClure with 1, but Liam Manning did get 2 fouls. Scoring with that 3-point basket at the buzzer, Connor Adams has 9, Isaac Keene 2, Darren Callahan 6, and then 10 points for Liam Manning. He was the leading scorer in the game so far, and he's also the leading foul getter with 2 fouls. So we're ready to go. 50 seconds until we start the second half. We've got a 1-point game. We're confident that you're going to enjoy the second half of this game, and the Blue Ridge will be broadcasting the JV game coming up after the varsity game tonight. Again, the reason... just the lack of officials in the NTL. So again, we kind of say it every time. If anybody would like or think they might like to get into officiating in the NTL, just stop by and ask if you could talk to the office, and ask if you could talk to the athletic director at the school. They can give you more information on everything, and you could really be making a little extra money, and as well as certainly helping out the youth in the area. As it'd be great, because some of these poor officials, they're working 5-6 nights a week, and they're doing JV games as well. There's a shot that misses by McClure, and down come the Tigers' Carson Dominic. He sat on the bench for a long stretch there in the first half, but Carson back on the court to start the second half. Dominic gets the ball back from McClure, but then he's going to get called on a turnover as Darren Callahan reached way out to make that save, and Dominic then grabbed it but couldn't quite hold on. So we'll have to see what Carson's impact will be. The talented Mansfield freshman held scoreless in the first half, but suspect Carson will be on the board before this game goes much longer. There's a 3-point shot by McClure that doesn't go. Stein wrestles down the rebound. North Penn Mansfield looks for another lead on their behalf. Here's Dominic. He's going to put up a 3. Oh, that goes around and out. Leah Manning clears the board. Here goes Callahan. Callahan goes in again. This one doesn't get the friendly roll off the rim, but Darren hustles and gets the rebound. Works it back to Isaac Keene, and Keene drops in a swish. Isaac Keene, money shot. 29-26. Your Hornets now lead by 3. And that's the biggest lead that Wellsboro has obtained tonight. Mansfield's biggest lead was 6. That's 6-0. Wellsboro's biggest lead, you're looking at it right now, 29-26, but a beautiful move by Alex Stein, but he can't get it to go. And here goes Callahan. He's ahead of the pack, and Darren Callahan lays it in. And now it's a 31-26 lead, as Mansfield has not scored this half yet, and Wellsboro has it by 5. Working it inside to Shaw. Shaw tries to go glass, and he gets it to fall. Nice play by Eli Shaw. Mansfield needed that, and they get it. Here's Connor Adams racing into the front court. Keene passing it across court. They work it back outside to Darren Callahan. He gets it back into Manning. Manning with a post move put up there, but a good play by Brody Burley. And there's Manning again with a shot, and that won't fall. Dominic loses the rebound. And here's McClure. He gets it off the glass. No good. Callahan rebound. He puts it back. No good. Manning crashes the glass, and a foul's going to be called. And that's on Liam Manning. That is his 3rd personal foul. Crashing the glass there. Wellsboro, multiple opportunities on that possession. And again, they're looking for Cameron Brought to give them some valuable minutes off the bench, as Brought now comes in to replace Manning, who leaves with 3. Liam still is the leading scorer in the game with 10 points. 3-point game with Jake Shaw. Over to Sam Lawrence. Here's Burley moving in on Brought. Misses the shot though. Cameron wouldn't give up his position. He didn't. Great play by Cameron Brought on that. He didn't get the rebound or anything, but he never gave up his position. And now Cameron Brought crashes the boards. Cameron Brought gets the basket. Playing with a world of confidence. Cameron Brought, the sophomore. And North Penn Mansfield's going to take a timeout as Cameron Brought, the first person to greet him as he comes off the court, is Liam Manning, the player that he replaced, as he appreciated what Cameron did on both ends of the court. He didn't give up position to Burley, and then he comes back down, crashes the board, gets the rebound, and puts it back in. So a smart timeout for North Penn Mansfield as they are down 5 and looking to regroup. And again, want to say hello to a couple of our good friends that are always watching the broadcast, whether it's Wellsboro, whether it is North Penn Mansfield, even better when it's both of them. Our good friends Linda and Lyle down in Blossburg, thank you for being with us. Jack, we know you're watching in Mansfield tonight. And Wellsboro Ray, I know you got us on the streaming service in Allentown tonight. Brought misses the shot, but Wellsboro gets the rebound. Here is a three-pointer by McClure. He can't get it to go. And there's going to be a foul on the floor, and Wellsboro gets the ball back. This will go against Sam Lawrence. His first foul, only the second team foul. McClure back over to Adams. And there's the ball tipped away. Dominic comes up with it. Isaac Keene goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Sam Lawrence moves in on McClure, but McClure forces him to pick up his dribble. Here goes Lawrence into the middle, and he's grabbed by Peyton McClure. That'll be his second foul. That one was obvious there. Jeff Carr has the call, and it's the second foul of the half on the Hornets. Long three-pointer from the corner by Evans does not go. And skying for the rebound is the smallest guy on the court, Connor Adams. Adams gets it back and moved his pivot foot there. No, right in front of the Wellsboro bench. No objection on that. And Curtis Craig comes back into the game. Curtis with 4 tonight. And there's Carson Dominic back to the Mansfield bench with Craig on the court. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go. North Penn Mansfield has scored 2 points this quarter as they look to pick up their offensive possessions. Stein gets it over to Shaw. Shaw tries to set up the screen. Here goes Stein spinning inside, and they let Alex get a step on them, and Alex Stein now has 10. And the lead down to 3 on the Stein basket. Connor Adams gets it across court. Isaac Keene back over to Adams. Adams puts it up and that falls off to the side. Burley gets the rebound. And we'll see now if North Penn Mansfield can't get a little run going. Sam Lawrence moves in. Oh, his shot goes in and out. Looked like that one was down, but it spins out. And Isaac Keene back to the front court. Wide open is McClure trying to get that 3 to fall. He can't get it to fall. Peyton hasn't scored tonight, and here comes Mansfield on a run out. Lawrence tried to get it to Craig, but they kick it, and it goes out of bounds. So key point in the game now, as even with 3 fouls and the 3-point lead, Coach Adams brings Liam Manning back in. So Liam's going to have to be careful. There's a play right off the inbounds pass. Nobody does that play better than Coach Burley. Mansfield scores a lot of baskets off of the inbounds pass, and they've done that for years. 33-32. Some teams just look to get the ball in bounds, and some teams look right to get a basket off the inbounds. Here's Keene. Keene from the corner. Corner jumper doesn't go. Mansfield rebounds. They look for the lead. Long pass to Curtis Craig, and they say it went off of Craig. The Mansfield bench thought it may have ticked off a Wellsboro player, but it goes to the Hornets. 2:37 to go on a one-point basketball game. We're certainly glad you're with us on the Blue Ridge Television Network this evening. JV game to follow on Blue Ridge. There's a beautiful move by Darren Callahan. Transitioning from football to basketball very well, and he now has 10 on the night. Nice move underneath Curtis Craig. He beat his defender. Curtis has 6 after his 19-point effort the other night against Troy. And again, we're down to a one-point game. Adams puts it up from outside, and that's a three-pointer. Connor's second trifecta, and the lead goes to 4. And in this tight game, those three-point baskets can mean a world of difference. Here's Burley being played. He's trying to get Manning for his 4th foul, but Liam holds his ground. There's a three-pointer by Evans. That doesn't go, and Liam Manning with the rebound. Wellsboro can get their biggest lead of the night if they score here. Liam has the ball. They work it across court to Keene. Keene picked up by Craig, and he gets a nice move. We talked about how improved Darren Callahan is. Isaac Keene also having a great season for the Hornets. Long three-pointer. I don't know if that's Curtis Craig's range or not, but it bounced off the rim, and Wellsboro, who leads by 6, looks to increase their lead with 58 seconds to go. Here goes Manning working on Burley. Kicks it back outside. They work it back to Liam. Manning, here's McClure. He can't get it to fall. And Curtis Craig rebounds it. See what Mansfield can do in the final 40 seconds. They'd love to cut this under 6, that's for sure. But that's stating the obvious. Here goes Sam Lawrence. Lawrence, he's going to be fouled on the play. They're not anywhere close to being in foul shooting difficulty. But that's going to be the 3rd foul. Wellsboro has 6 fouls tonight. 3 are on Manning and 3 are on McClure. And Drew Manning now comes in for his brother. And Cameron Brought comes back into the game. Better hurry. They get it to Dominic off the inbounds. And Carson, another play off of the inbounds pass. Mansfield deadly there. And Dominic with his first 2, 40-36. There goes Connor. Alex Stein denies him the lane. Drew Manning. There's Keene for 3. Oh, that would look like it was on the mark. Doesn't go. And at the end of 3 quarters, fasten your safety belts. We're coming in for a landing. The 4th quarter should be a good one tonight. 40-36 in that quarter. Wellsboro had 13 points, and Mansfield had 11 points for the 40-36 lead. So far now for North Penn Mansfield, 8 points for Brody Burley, 6 points for Curtis Craig, 2 for Eli Shaw, 2 for Carson Dominic, 8 for Jake Evans, and the leading scorer with 10 is Alex Stein. For Wellsboro, 6 points for Isaac Keene, 10 points for Liam Manning, 10 points for Darren Callahan, 2 for Cameron Brought, and the game's leading scorer, Connor Adams, with 12. 3-point baskets, Connor Adams has 2, and Jake Evans has 1. So we've only had 3 3-pointers made tonight. Nobody in any significant foul trouble whatsoever other than 2 players for Wellsboro. They've picked up every foul Wellsboro had. It's either been a foul on Liam Manning or a foul on Peyton McClure. And for Mansfield, 1 foul on Brody Burley, 1 on Sam Lawrence. So here we go. The 4th quarter is upon us. 40-36. The Peg Bergeson Trophy awaits the winner. Here's Stein getting it into Burley. Burley back to Stein. They work it back. A wide open Evans. Now he gets in for the layup. Jacob Evans thought about the three, got his defender off his feet, and he went in for the layup. Heady play. Here's Liam Manning. Burley on him. Manning takes the fadeaway, puts it up too hard. And now North Penn Mansfield could be on a 6-0 run if Dominic can score. Carson goes all the way. No basket. They're going to wave it off. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Carson Dominic, his first. And Sam Lawrence returns for North Penn. As Carson Dominic shot to tie the game, waved off for a charge. Here's Liam Manning. Again, Burley all over him. Wide open is Connor Adams, and Connor's not going to miss from there. He might tease it around the rim a little bit, but he's not going to miss from there. 42-38. Adams now with 14, and Connor's only a sophomore. Here's Alex Stein into the middle. Stein goes up. He's got it to go on a foul. Nice play, Alex Stein. Foul was on Adams. That's his first. North Penn Mansfield looks to cut it to 1. And they do. (42-41). Into Liam Manning. Manning with the fadeaway. Backs it off too hard. And North Penn Mansfield thought there might have been a foul on Manning, but it's an out-of-bounds call. Either way, North Penn Mansfield can take the lead with a hoop. Obviously would like to have had the 4th foul on Manning there. Here's Alex Stein in the middle. He's driving in. Good switch off by Wellsboro as Keene picked him up on the drive, and he had to shoot over a much taller player and didn't get it to go. 6:22 to go in the game. Here's Callahan. Callahan goes in, but he kicks it back out. Thought he had a shot at the basket there, misses it. Dominic skies for the rebound. Carson gets it over to Stein, working it into the corner to Shaw. Into Craig. Craig being played by Keene. He whips it back into the corner to Alex Stein. Adams all over him, and Alex Stein leans in, gets it to go on the senior point guard. Has fired Mansfield back in the lead, and Connor Adams picks up his second foul. Brody Burley now comes into the game, and back into the game too is Jake Evans. And all of a sudden, Mansfield's back in front after losing their first 4 games. Mansfield looking to go on a 6-game winning streak. 16 now on the night for the senior Alex Stein. And a timeout taken by Wellsboro as Mansfield has gone up by the 44-42 score. And the nice thing about this dramatic game tonight is we get to do it all over again in a couple of weeks when, on February 22nd, when Wellsboro comes to Mansfield. That'll be our broadcast on the 22nd of February, so a little less than 2 weeks, really. We'll have another Wellsboro, North Penn, Mansfield tilt. And these teams are evenly matched. I mean, really, they're really evenly matched clubs. So no reason to think that game won't be any different than tonight's. And tonight's, as we say, hope you got the seatbelts fastened because we're coming in for a landing here. It's 44-42 in the guts of the game. 5:53 remaining. So Darren Callahan, Isaac King, Connor Adams, Peyton McClure, and Liam Manning on the court. There's a shot for 3, and now McClure gets it to go. Peyton McClure, a 3-pointer, 45-44 Hornets. We're on the tightrope switching scores. Oh, underneath goes Curtis Craig, but he lays it up too short. Burley tries to follow, gets the rebound. Brody gets it back outside to Stein. Stein picked up by McClure, works it over to Evans. Callahan tried for that steal, didn't get it. Burley gets it, and they work it back to Evans. Evans three-pointer, that's not going to go. And the rebound comes down to Callahan. So Wellsboro holds the 1-point lead and the basketball. Into Manning. Manning spins, but Burley doesn't buy the fake. Wide open is McClure. He hit one, he hits two. The sophomore, Peyton McClure. 2 trifectas in the fourth quarter, and now it's a 4-point lead for Wellsboro on the back-to-back trays by Peyton McClure. They working underneath, and but Burley puts it up too hard, misses that shot, and coming down with it is Callahan, and he works it over to McClure. And suddenly Wellsboro by 4, they look to go up by 6. Manning's shot doesn't go. Burley gets the rebound. 4:25 and counting. 4-point ball game. Glad you're with us tonight, enjoying the game on this cool February evening. Oh, underneath they find Curtis Craig, but he can't get that to fall. His follow-up shot, he doesn't get that, but he is hacked and whacked by Isaac Keene. So Curtis kind of shaking his head there as he goes to the foul line. And he thought, boy, if I could have nailed that, I would have gotten a 3-point play out of it. But now he's going to make the 2 foul shots. Misses the first. And Dominic, Carson Dominic comes back in for Sam Lawrence. 6 fouls here. North Penn Mansfield will shoot the free throws on the 1-and-1s. Craig gets the second to fall. Curtis Craig now, he has 7. And 48-45 is the score. Here's Adams. Perfect, another 3-pointer for Connor Adams. He's got 17 points. And that is the 3rd trifecta of the quarter for Wellsboro. And that's why the lead's back to 6. Largest lead of the game for the Hornets. Ties the largest lead, and there's a rebound to Adams with only 3:39 to go. Wellsboro's marksmanship here in the fourth quarter has propelled them to a 6-point lead. McClure and Adams. Oh, nice interception there, but then Jacob Evans couldn't control it, and he gets a carry. Good anticipation, but doesn't get it to go. And Sam Lawrence back in now. So North Penn Mansfield down 6, and they don't have the ball. We'll see what Steve Adams wants to do here, if they'll slow it down a little bit. It looks like they're going to keep shooting, and why not? If you're making like that and crashing the boards, as Callahan, Darren Callahan crashes the boards, gets the turnaround jumper to go. Largest lead of the night. It's an 8-point ball game. Long 3-pointer, that doesn't go. Fighting for the rebound is Callahan. He gets it over to Adams, and Wellsboro all of a sudden up by 8, looking to go to double digits. Does Mansfield have a run in them yet? Adams being played by Lawrence. North Penn Mansfield needs a stop. Wellsboro certainly can be patient on offense, and there's a foul on Alex Stein. That's only his first. Here's where not being in foul trouble could hurt you a little bit, because Wellsboro not going to the line yet for a couple of fouls if they're going to try to hold the ball a little bit, and it looks like that's what Mansfield's doing. They're committing fouls to put Wellsboro on the free throw line. That is the 5th team foul, so they've got to do it one more time. Tough situation right now for the Tigers. 8 down off the inbounds. There's Manning, and Manning scores. Liam Manning. And the lead now 55-45 with a big fourth quarter. Here's Stein, and Stein is fouled by Connor Adams as he grabs Stein. Is that on the floor, or is there going to be a shooting foul?
7 anyway.
Yeah. So that's going to be the 3rd foul on Adams. He's the 3rd player with 3 fouls, and to say that North Penn Mansfield needs these foul shots would be an understatement. They get the first. They're down 9. Misses the second shot, and then Carson Dominic commits a foul over the back. A 3-point Wellsboro lead after the third quarter. It mushroomed to 10, and now it sits at 9 with 2:22 left to play. So Wellsboro certainly in the driver's seat with a huge fourth quarter, and it was really sparked with 3-point shooting. 4 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter. 4 3-pointers. McClure, Adams, 2 apiece. And the Hornets find themselves 2:22 away from a huge win in the Peg Bergeson Trophy game. And just as importantly, they stay right even with Troy with 1 loss in the standings. And those teams got to play yet, I believe, twice. And we have the last game. And the last game on our broadcast schedule is Troy at Wellsboro on Thursday, the 25th of February. And that could be for the Big Skull Championship. So Troy has Wellsboro to deal with twice, and you could say Wellsboro has Troy to deal with twice. Here's Adams, double teamed in the backcourt, and when they couldn't get the steal, Sam Lawrence has to foul. And they'll walk the court to put them on the line. As I said, we will have the JV game for you tonight here on Blue Ridge as well. I'll be doing that game with you about 15 minutes after the varsity game ends. I don't know what Connor's all-time high is, but he's got 18 tonight, and that's got to be approaching it. Make it 19. 19 points for Connor Adams on the evening. And he's got a lot here in the fourth quarter. I believe he's got at least 7 points here in the fourth quarter. So the lead's 11. North Penn needs some 3-pointers, and they need them fast. Alex Stein, though, was given a 2. Doesn't get it to go. He follows his shot, and Liam Manning gets the body. I think Liam got all ball, but he probably did get him with the body on that play. And that's his 4th, so he's got to be careful, but there are only 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play. Stein gets the first to fall. You're almost at the point where you need to maybe even miss the second shot and try to crash for the offensive rebound. I think he might have been trying to miss that shot the way he lined it up there, but he makes it. And it's a 9-point game, and there's a foul. And they got to hope Connor Adams starts missing. Foul on Evans. Or no, they called that, I'm sorry, on Lawrence. That's his 3rd, not Evans. And back to the line goes Connor Adams. He made him pay last time he was on the line. $20-point game for Connor Adams tonight. Not sure if that's his all-time high, but it may be, considering he was only a 9th grader last year, although he did see varsity minutes. So Connor Adams, big-time money performance tonight, and now he steals the ball, and now he's going right in for the shot, and he scores there. Connor Adams, it's your world, and the rest of us are just renting space. Here's Sam Lawrence. And Manning swats it away on a steal. And Wellsboro with 1:38 to go. They're going to get to 8-1. With a huge fourth quarter. Diving to commit that foul was Alex Stein. He's played a great game. He's got 19 points for the Tigers. And Connor Adams now goes back to the line as he has excelled here tonight, especially in the second half and especially in the fourth quarter. And everybody who's played tonight for Wellsboro, they're back next season. "24 points tonight for Connor Adams." Here goes nice basket there as Jacob Evans leans in. He's got 12 on the night. Jacob certainly still trying, and North Penn Mansfield will call the timeout, although 12 down, there's only so much you can do there. 8 fouls so far on Wellsboro in the half, 9 on North Penn Mansfield. Again, these two teams are going to meet on Monday, the 22nd of February in Mansfield. And that should be a nice game to broadcast. And also later that week, Wellsboro boys and Troy. Who knows what the season will progress with at that point, but that could be for the big school title. Despite their loss last night, Liberty, I believe, they pretty much almost got that mathematically clinched already. I think Northeast Bradford hasn't been eliminated yet, but at least with a 3 or 4 game lead over Northeast Bradford. Well, let's see what the standings show here. Liberty is now 7-1. Northeast Bradford is 5-6. So 5, 7, and looks like about a 4-game lead they have. So Liberty will take that. There's a steal. Carson Dominic comes up with it. Carson lays it up and in. Nice play by Dominic. And the lead to 10. All court press there, and Lawrence commits the foul. That's his 4th. As the fouls now mounting on the Tigers, but they're left with no alternative but to foul. Keene misses that one. Curtis Craig comes back in. It looks like offense. Well, they take Jacob Evans out. I was going to say offense for defensive change, but I guess Craig in there just to make sure they get the rebound if he misses. But best laid plans don't work as Isaac Keene makes that one. Evans trying to come right back in. They're going to say he needs to stay out till the clock at least runs for a possession. Here's Alex Stein. He uses the glass, doesn't get it to go, and Mansfield still fouling to try to get Wellsboro to miss the foul shots, but Wellsboro hasn't been cooperating, and they've been making the foul shots. Stein's 3rd foul. Huge game for him tonight after a nice game against Troy. First shot goes as we thought we were in the library there for a second. There was not one sound here in the gym. And it's just a shame that you don't have any fans in here because this will be a raucous crowd tonight for both teams in this very well-played game. But that's why it was met with library silence, that last foul shot. There's Carson Dominic putting one off the glass. That doesn't go. Evans gets the rebound. That doesn't go. And McClure gets the rebound. And Mansfield still fouling. Yep. And that foul's going to go against Burley as the no quitting these Tigers. And Coach Adams not even putting anybody back on the line here. And McClure gets the friendly bounce off the rim. Peyton's got 7. Peyton will go for 8. And Peyton gets 8. And Lawrence and Shaw come back in. So the North Penn Mansfield 5-game winning streak will come to an end. The Wellsboro winning streak will hit 8. A nice move there by Evans. They give him a free lane. He gets it. And it looks like, I don't know if Mansfield will continue to foul or just let him dribble the timeout with only 35 seconds to go. Working it back into the corner is Keene. Stein tried to get the steal. Here's Manning deep in the corner. He's not looking to shoot. They get it back to McClure. Mansfield still putting the pressure on, but with only 18 seconds to go. They work it to Manning. He puts one up, no good. Lehman gets his own rebound, and Liam Manning puts that in, and he's got 14 points now, and what a fourth quarter performance. The Wellsboro fans here are letting their team know that they appreciate what they did. That's going to do it. Wellsboro with a huge fourth quarter victory. They win 68-56 as Wellsboro scores 28 points in the fourth quarter. 28-point fourth quarter performance. 19 points for North Penn Mansfield, but the final 68-56 as Wellsboro has the advantage. And right now the athletic director at Wellsboro High School presenting the trophy to the Wellsboro Hornets, the Peg Berkeson Trophy. As we said, Peg, the beloved teacher in the Wellsboro School District, having her sons in Mansfield High School. And great that this tradition continues. And tonight this trophy is going to go for a year into the Wellsboro trophy case. Coach Adams accepting the trophy. Great sportsmanship by North Penn Mansfield as they stay on the court, and they're all applauding what Wellsboro accomplished tonight. And just a fourth quarter that got away from the Tigers, plain and simple. It was just a fourth quarter that got away from them. But Wellsboro does win at 68-56, but they meet again in less than 2 weeks, and that should be a great game. For North Penn Mansfield, 8 points for Brody Burley, 7 points for Curtis Craig, 4 for Carson Dominic, 14 points for Jacob Evans, and the senior Alex Stein. He had 21 points tonight. For Wellsboro, Peyton McClure had 8 for Isaac Keene, 14 for Liam Manning, 12 for Darren Callahan, and 24 points for Connor Adams. Got to believe that might be Connor's career high. 68-56, and great fourth quarter. And as Wellsboro just busted this game open, there wasn't a lot of three-point shooting until that fourth quarter, and then Adams got a couple to go, Peyton McClure got a couple to go, and you come up with an empty possession on your end, and the other team comes down with a three-point on their end. Doesn't take long for the score to really start tilting in one direction, and that's the way it did in quarter number 4. But North Penn Mansfield has to be pleased with their performance through 3 quarters tonight. They were right there looking for their 6th victory, but in the end, the Hornets go to 8-1 on the season with a hard-fought victory, 68-56 final, not really indicative of the way this game went. And we'll have the JV game for you here in just a couple of minutes. And we're back with you here on the Blue Ridge Cable Television Network, game number 2, as we decompress from that exciting first game tonight, as the stars of the future for these clubs are ready to line up and play, as Wellsboro and North Penn Mansfield ready for JV basketball. 7-minute quarters here in JV games. Looks like referee Upham and his crew are here for game 2 tonight, so we do have a different officiating crew than we had for game 1. And Cameron Brought, who had a couple key minutes in that first game, he'll be jumping center. And seems to be some hold up here at the table, but now we're ready and we're underway. And we're going to get a foul right off the bat here, 3 seconds in. We didn't have a foul in the first quarter, I don't think, in the varsity game. And 3 seconds in, we got our first, but it looked legitimate, so we'll run with it. Foul charge to Caden Smith, obviously his first foul. Because if he had 2 fouls 3 seconds into the game, that might be a world record. Oh, he almost picked up his second one right there. Elijah Kisley out there. There's Brought with a steal. Cameron comes down with it, working it into the corner. There's a 3-point shot that doesn't go by Brought. And here comes Andrew Green for the Tigers. A real energizer is Kisley. Elijah Kisley, he really puts his heart and the soul into it, and he'll be sliding across the court here in no time. He is quite a competitor. Working the ball outside to Joe Sember. There's a shot that doesn't fall. Getting the rebound, but not getting it to fall is Rylan Moon. But there's a steal for the Tigers. And we're going to get a jump ball call. And possession arrow will give it to the Hornets. Moving in and getting the ball to go. Nice basket there. And that was Caden Smith. First 2 points of the game have been recorded. Kisley having trouble with that and loses it. And here comes Wellsboro, and there's a foul on Green. Probably his first foul. Andrew, a sophomore, suits up for the varsity. Didn't see any action tonight, but has played in some varsity games this season. And this does happen from time to time in varsity JV games. I don't, if that was number, trying to see what number that was. I think it may have been 5. I thought it was, no, it was number 3, and we don't have a 3 on our Wellsboro roster. So number 3 there, but Andrew Green says, let me have a hand at getting us back into this game as Green hits the trifecta. And until we can get that clarified at halftime, number 3 is unidentified. Getting the rebound, though, and pounding it right in is Hayes Campbell. Hayes, a strong Wellsboro football player. And the shots for Campbell are successful. And it's 6-3 now. There's a three-pointer that's launched and missed, and Brought is able to get the rebound. Shot there by Mr. Number 3. And there's Brought crashing the boards, and Cameron Brought will not be denied, and all of a sudden, Wellsboro's gone out to an 8-3 lead. Wellsboro's going to need an Andrew Green trifecta here. Or Mansfield's going to need an Andrew Green trifecta to cut into this lead by the Wellsboro JV squad as they look for a sweep tonight. That pass is intercepted by Ian Hoos, and Hoos gets it over to number 3. Long shot there. That does not go, but Brought gets the rebound, and a jump ball as Andrew Green ties him up. And now it looks like coming into the game is going to be Cade Krzyzewski. Oh, we have number 3 identified, Spencer Wetzel. He's got his points tonight. Thank you. And there's a three-point shot. That doesn't go. Moon gets the rebound. Here goes Kisley. He has the ball ripped away, and it's ripped away by Caden Smith. Smith looks to go coast to coast and does, but he puts it up too hard, and the rebound to Krzyzewski. He's matching up there with Hayes Campbell. Kisley works it into the corner. Kisley's going to put up a 3. That misses everything, and the rebound comes down to Hayes Campbell. As Campbell now into the front court. Wetzel. Back over to Caden Smith. No good there. Krzyzewski again crashing the boards, and he ties up Campbell in a nice play. With Penn Mansfield just needing to get that seal loosened a little more on the basket here. Shot from the top of the key doesn't go. And Campbell had position, gets the rebound, puts it over to Caden Smith, and all of a sudden it's a 10-3 game as Wellsboro pulling away, and there's a travel call, so the Tigers need to get some offensive possessions going their way here. There is Cameron Brought. Shot by Wetzel. That goes off the back of the rim. No good, but offensive rebound. Brought gets it. Brought scores. So Cameron Brought puts that back in, and it's 12-3 all of a sudden. Here goes Krzyzewski. He bullies his way in, but his shot is missed, and Brought gets that rebound. Three-point shot doesn't go. Tipped away, and here goes Kisley into the front court. Isaiah cut off on the play, stops, pops, and misses it. Krzyzewski fights for the rebound, but can't quite control it, and it comes down to the Hornets. Spinning shot will not fall, and Andrew Green gets the rebound, and he's hacked and whacked on the play, and that'll be a Wetzel foul. Second team foul. And heading onto the court is Dylan Larrick. Larrick now onto the court for your Mansfield Tigers. Green working into the front court. No pressure at this point yet. Andrew cut off, getting it back for a three-point shot. That worked well. As Joe Sember, nothing but nylon. Sember hits, and it's 12-6. Wetzel. Over to Campbell. Back over to Brought. Brought being played by Kislick. Turnaround play by Brought doesn't go. And fighting for the rebound and getting it is Krzyzewski. He's made a good defensive impact on this game with some defensive boards. Kislick. Working it over to Larick, and they throw it away. Watson File is now into the game. Watson File comes in, a 9th grader. Wellsboro has 2 sophomores on the team, Spencer Wetzel and Cameron Brought. The rest are all freshmen. And there's a shot that goes. Nice running shot by Ian Hoos. Finds the rims to his liking. 14-6. And then Hoos almost got the steal there. But with 2 seconds to go, Kislick's going to have to let it go. Green's going to have to let it go, and the Tigers come up without the shot. And after 1 period of play, it's North Penn Mansfield trailing Wellsboro 14-6. Tomorrow, our broadcast schedule, we're scheduled to be in Mansfield for the Mansfield girls game against the undefeated Black Knights of Towanda. We saw Wellsboro and Towanda last week, I believe. And Towanda didn't bring their A game that night. Wellsboro stayed with them for a while, but in the end, a little bit too much Page Manchester. And North Penn Mansfield certainly will be tested by the undefeated Black Knights as they look for the NTL Big School crown in the girls basketball, as there's no showdown this year. So whoever is deemed the champion or co-champion, I guess, since there's no showdown or showdown playoffs or showcase playoffs. Some say showdown, some say showcase. It's going to be decided just on regular season record. And the Towanda girls had a big win against Athens over the weekend, so they're ahead of Athens in the standings. And then Friday night, we're going to be back here for the boys' game as Athens tries to stay with Wellsboro and Troy. That's a huge one as Coach Adams' club trying to run the gauntlet with that win against Liberty Monday night, the win tonight against North Penn Mansfield, and now having to go up against Athens on Friday night. A tough 3-game set, but they got 2 out of the 3 in the books. And here is Isaiah Kisley, and Kislick is fouled on the play. Foul is on Caden Smith, his 2nd foul. Kisley will get 2 opportunities to shoot foul shots. He makes the first. Second shot doesn't go. Hayes Campbell picks his dribble up. Gets it to Wetzel. They work it into the corner. Nice shot there, but that doesn't go by, look like Hoos, and the rebound comes down to the Tigers. Here's Andrew Green. He works the ball back over to Dylan Larrick. Kisley with a nice move, puts it high off the glass. Rebound Krzyzewski. He goes up with it, but can't get it to fall. Good try, though. And down comes the Hornets. Good give and go to Ian Hoos. Hoos fades away, and Krzyzewski with another defensive stop. He bats it right away. He gets it to Kisley. Kisley kind of throws up a prayer there. That doesn't go. And here goes Wetzel. Wetzel goes all the way in, and he scores. Mansfield tried to take the charge, but it didn't go, and it's Hornet ball, or Tiger ball, but Hornets now with a 16-7 lead. They've got it to 9. Andrew Green trying to set something up. Dylan Larrick back to Andrew. Wetzel on him. They work it into Krzyzewski. He tries to back Campbell in. Krzyzewski powers his way in and scores. Cade Krzyzewski with a nice power move. And it's 16-9. Campbell into the lane and Krzyzewski on him, but they're going to call Cade with a personal foul. His first foul, third team foul. Cameron Brault now has come back into the game. Off the inbounds, long shot doesn't go. Campbell rebounds it, but the ball blocked away from him by Moon. Missed shot there, and tracking that ball down and getting it is Dylan Andrews into Isaiah Kisley's reverse layup doesn't go. And here come the Hornets. Shot misses everything there, but Caden Smith rebounds it. Tries to get it over to Brault. Knocked away. Here's Brault. He's played some big varsity minutes the last couple games, and there's a over the back on Krzyzewski. That'll be his second foul now. Third on the team. Right off the inbounds pass, the JV squad doing what the varsity did several times, score right off the inbounds. It doesn't work though. And here goes Kisley. First foul shot goes in. Caden Moon hits that one. Second foul shot goes in perfectly. As Caden Moon's foul shots make it a 16-11 game, so Tigers chip away at the Wellsboro lead. Wetzel. Working it over to... Can't pick up a couple of these numbers with the uniforms there, with the stitching the way it is, but I do pick up Cameron Brault's number, and Cameron Brault powers his way in and scores again. And unfortunately, that foul's going to go against Krzyzewski, and that is going to be his third personal foul on Cade. He's played hard, but pays the price with 3 personal fouls now. Andrew Green also takes a seat as Brault goes to the free throw line, and he will get a foul shot to not go in. Isaac Macias. Isaac Macias now in, another 9th grader on the Hornet squad. Here's Moon. Caden Moon, that is. We also have Ryland Moon. Shot doesn't go there, and the rebound comes down to Campbell. Campbell to Brault. Brault goes right up. Brault misses the shot. And coming in for North Penn was Tristan Kelly, and he's fouled. And that'll be a foul on Brault. That'll be his second. So 3:01 remains in this, the first half, but they leave them wide, leaving them wide open. Caden Moon says, well, if you're going to not even guard me, I'll throw up a trifecta and hit it. 18-14. 5 on the night now for Caden Moon. Getting it back over to, and there's going to be steps as Isaac Macias Had a little traveling music on that one. Ian Hoos now comes into the game. And North Penn Mansfield, little by little, has chipped away, and the lead's down to 4. See if Moon goes for it. Moon goes right in. Nice play, Caden Moon. Oh, it just doesn't get it to go. He had a good first step there, and Wellsboro turns it over, and North Penn Mansfield gets it right back. Caden Moon did everything perfectly, except the final result didn't work, which I guess in the end is the most important part of the process. But he had a good step and had a good hard drive to the basket. Dylan Andrews out there now. Here's Isaiah. Kislake doesn't get it to go. Oh, missing underneath there. Ryland Moon. Ryland Moon had a good putback. Didn't get it to go. Wellsboro gets the rebound, though. They fight it around and getting the basket. 2 more for Brought. He's got 8 points now, and it's 20-14. Moon over to Kislake. Ball tipped. Oh, thought that was tipped away by. Wow, they're going to give it to Wellsboro. It looked like it was tipped by a Wellsboro player, but officials see differently. Although we did have a pretty good look at that one. Ian Hoos getting over to Wetzel. Over to Macias. 1:28 to play. And there's a nice play that doesn't work, though, and Campbell gets the rebound. Campbell goes right back up. And Hayes Campbell's going to be fouled on the play. Non-shooting foul at this point yet. And the foul's going to go against Ryland Moon. He picks up his first foul of the night. A good set of family members still here for the JV game. Great varsity win for Wellsboro tonight as they used the fourth quarter charge to win this game. 68-56. Shot there doesn't go in, and the rebound comes down to Kisley. Kisley into the front court. Has some trouble with it. He works it back to Moon. Moon has 5. He's the leading scorer. He's going to try another 3, and that one will not fall. And the rebound comes down to Campbell. 42 seconds to go. Caden Smith. See if Wellsboro holds for 1. And there's a travel as Campbell moved his pivot foot. And Wellsboro can try to cut into the lead. It was 7 at the quarter. It's 6 right now. Caden Moon up front. Kislake working it back to Moon. Puts up another shot. That one doesn't go. And the rebound comes to the Hornets. Wetzel gets it to Campbell. Campbell moves in on Moon. Reverse layup. Good. Hayes Campbell, nice move. As that play went well. Shot goes up. No good. And we've come to the end of the half. And the score at halftime is 22-14 in favor of the home team. In that quarter, Wellsboro had 8 points. In that quarter, Mansfield had 7. And it's 22-14. Scoring in the half right now for the Tigers. Andrew Green, 3 points, 5 points for Caden Moon, 1 for Elijah Kisley, 3 for Joe Sember, 2 for Cade Krzyzewski. For Wellsboro, 4 points, Spencer Wetzel, 2 points, Ian Hoos, 8 points, Cameron Brought, 4 points, Caden Smith, 4 points, Hayes Campbell. Foul trouble, only player with more than 2 fouls, and that is Cade Krzyzewski. He has 3. So as we roll into halftime, we're going to take just a pause here, and we'll be back with you in about 5 minutes, preparing you for the second half of this JV basketball game. So we're approximately 3 minutes away from the start of the second half of tonight's JV basketball game, the second half of the game with the score 22-14. Again, scoring in the game, Andrew Green 3 points, Caden Moon 5. Elijah Kisley had 1. 3 for Joe Sember, 2 for Cade Krzyzewski for the 14. For Wellsboro, 4 points, Spencer Wetzel, 2 Ian Hoos, 8 Cameron Brout, 4 Caden Smith, and 4 for Hayes Campbell. If you weren't with us for the first game tonight, a great basketball game. That was a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter, with Wellsboro leading North Penn Mansfield 40-37. There were a lot of lead changes and a tight to the vest game, but in that fourth quarter, North Penn Mansfield scored 19 points. And you think you get 19 points in the fourth quarter of a game, that's more points than they had scored in any quarter before that. You've got a good chance of winning. But the Hornets in that fourth quarter put up 28 points in the 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Now, granted, towards the end, a lot of the points were scored on the foul line as North Penn Mansfield was fouling to get back into the game. But some quick three-pointers, a couple by Connor Adams, a couple by Peyton McClure, and that just stemmed the tide there for the Hornets. Got to believe that's the best game point-wise for Connor Adams in his young career on the varsity. 24 points tonight to lead both teams in scoring. And then Liam Manning, a solid game with 14. Darren Callahan had 12. Isaac Keene had 8. And Peyton McClure had 8. And I believe all 8 of those came in the fourth quarter as well. North Penn Mansfield, as I say, great game by numerous players on their squad. Certainly Alex Stein's 19 points come into play, or 21 points come into play. Jacob Evans had 14, 8 for Brody Burley, 7 for Curtis Craig, 4 for Carson Dominic. And again, these two teams meet in less than 2 weeks in Mansfield, and hopefully that game will be equally, if not more, entertaining. So we go to the third quarter of play now in this 22-14 game, as the Wellsboro JV squad, who I believe I've been told are undefeated on the season. They have the 8-point lead right now as they have the ball to start the second half. And there's a basket right off of the second half start as Weston File gets his first basket of the game. Weston File into the scoring column. There's a three-pointer by Moon that does not go in. And away comes Wellsboro as they try to extend this lead out. 2 more for Cameron Brought. Brought now has 10. And all of a sudden it's 26-14. There's a shot by the Tigers that doesn't go. And Wellsboro with their biggest lead of the game now. They've upped it to 12. File working with Caden Smith, but a ball knocked away, and Wetzel gets it. Showing patience. Good give and go there. They get it to Wetzel on a give and go from Caden Smith, and there's a foul call. That foul's going to go against Moon. That's his second infraction. Shot off the back rim. That doesn't go in. And the second one looked good, but just couldn't connect. But turning garbage into gold, getting the rebound and scoring again is Cameron Broad. He's got 12 on the night. And all of a sudden, this lead is doubled, 28-14, as the Tigers haven't scored yet this half. Good look there, but it comes up empty. Nice give and go again, and another basket for the Hornets as they set it up real nice. And it looked like Weston File got, or that was Caden Smith, I'm sorry. And now throwing that one in nicely for the Tigers. December. Long three-point shot there, in and out. But Cameron Broth says, thank you very much. I'll get another offensive rebound, and I'll put that back in. Lead doubled at 32-16. Kisley goes into the lane nicely. Nice move by Kisley, but he can't get that to fall. And here comes Broth with another rebound. Working it to Hayes Campbell. File has it. Three-second violation, though, as Wellsboro in the paint for a little bit too long. And Ian Hoos now will come in for Broad. He gets a rest. Andrew Green brings it up into the front court for the Tigers. 3:45 left to play. Andrew Green, and Andrew, he can be streaky, and Andrew Green pops his second three-pointer, and he's got 6 on the night. And that is actually the 5th three-point shot for North Penn Mansfield by my count. They've only had 1 regular field goal, and they've had 5 three-pointers. There's the player shaking up here for Wellsboro. Foul's going to go against number 5, and that's Caden Moon, fraction number 2. Don't know who the young man for Wellsboro is, and we're certainly not going to speculate. Hopefully just maybe had the wind knocked out him a little bit. And it looks like it is Caden Smith now coming over to the Wellsboro bench, walking under his own power with no assistance from the training staff, and he'll take a seat, and hopefully he'll be just fine. But it's all in the name of the game, and he stayed in position and picked up the charge. Good job for Caden Smith. Coaches remember things like that. There's a shot that, oh boy, the rim was friendly there. And now a late whistle. I'm going to say the basket is good by Broad. But there may have been a foul on Wellsboro after the shot. Foul was on Hayes Campbell, his first. Team's first. Basket is counting. Andrew Green over to Kisley. They work it over to Moon. Here's Isaiah, but his shot, Elijah's shot does not go in. Oh, nice play by Elijah as he swipes at the ball and knocks it right out of the hands of the Wellsboro player, but Wellsboro retrieves it, anticipating that steal. Here's Moon. Moon's going to try to go all the way, misses that one. The hustling Kisley on the floor, as he usually is, because he knows nothing but to give 120%. And Elijah keeps the ball in possession for the Tigers. Nice play by Elijah Kisley. The shot goes to Kisley. That does not go in. 34-19 is the score. Back over to Brought. Shot no good. Krzyzewski getting ready to come back in. As Krzyzewski comes back in, a little stoppage of play there. Not sure what the question was, but Moon comes down into the front court. They get it to Green, but Green has his shot blocked by Wetzel. Nice play by Spencer. Whistle there, and that basket's going to be negated for a traveling call. Basket is negated, and the ball goes back to the Tigers. And with that victory tonight in the first game, Wellsboro has gone, as we said, 8-1 the first game. And that, of course, as we said during the first game, 15% off your order tomorrow at your Wellsboro Pizza Hut. Or even tonight, you just go in there and say Wellsboro wins. And 15% off dine-in or takeout at your Wellsboro Pizza Hut tomorrow for the Wellsboro victory earlier tonight. Shot goes up and not in. House has his shot, or Hoos has his shot blocked away, out of bounds. Shot missed there. And again, a little discussion with the officials here. Long three-point there is lost, and that's going to go as well. Zian Hoos is able to tickle the twine for three. Whistle again. Foul going against the Tigers, and that's going to be the fourth foul, I believe, on Krzyzewski. I think they're calling it on Krzyzewski. And the quarter comes to an end. 37-19 is the quarter, is the score as we go to the fourth quarter of this game. In that quarter, Mansfield had 5 points. Wellsboro had 15 points to get the lead up to the 18-point margin that it stands at right now. And again, 15% off at your Wellsboro Pizza Hut tomorrow for the Hornets victory in Game 1 tonight. Just go in and say Wellsboro wins, Salt on Blue Ridge, and you'll get 15% off dine-in or carry out at your Wellsboro Pizza Hut. So we go to the fourth quarter of play in this 18-point game. Kisley into the front court, gets his shot off, but Elijah front rims it. And here comes Wellsboro. Ooh, nice spinning move as Caden Smith, good to see him back on the court there. He makes a nice spinning move to create an opening. Wellsboro doesn't take it. They work it into Campbell. Campbell's short jump shot goes in. We said we're under the understanding that Wellsboro's JV squad is undefeated. And with a 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter, it looks like that's going to be in play. And there's a long shot that goes in by Kisley. He's got 3 on the night now. Now, we were just given some information here, and it appears that tomorrow night's game, the Mansfield girls game, has been canceled. The game tomorrow night has been canceled. There'll be no game on the Blue Ridge Network tomorrow night, which means that our next game will be here at the Hornets' Nest on Friday night. Here at the Hornets' Nest on Friday night when Athens comes to town. And also, that game on Friday night is going to start at after 7. They're going to play the JV game first on Friday night, and then the varsity game goes after the JV game on Friday. It's been the reverse all year long, but that is switched up for Friday night at the request of Athens. And there's a pass inside, and getting the goal to go is Caden Smith from Campbell. Hayes Campbell to Caden Smith. And Wellsboro now is pulled out to the 20-point advantage. There's Elijah, and Kisley gets his shot blocked. Nice play there for the Hornets. By Caden Smith. I thought that looked like a good shot there by Sember, but it ticked off the front of the rim. And no good, but there's a travel. They got that call going against Campbell. So between the JV and the varsity programs, and Wellsboro's lost 1 game, and they had a fourth quarter lead in the one they lost. So they really have played well. Moon into the lane, backs it back up to Kisley, and Kisley's shot almost goes in, but it doesn't fall. Down comes Brought with it. And a nice spinning move and getting the basket to go. 2 more for Cameron Brought. He's got 18 points of the 43. Brought played significant minutes Monday in the win against Liberty in the guts of the game, making a key foul shot. And then tonight he came in and spelled Liam Manning for a little bit as well in the varsity game. And Kisley has the open jumper, and Kisley gets that jumper to fall. Back out to Caden Smith. Wetzel sets a screen. Brought thought about shooting. Goes right in now. Now he does shoot, misses it, but the rebound comes down to Campbell. And Wellsboro right now firing on all cylinders as we come to the 4-minute mark. Again, our next broadcast will be at 7 o'clock-ish on Friday night. Athens boys, Wellsboro boys, as Coach Adams looks to run the gauntlet, winning against Liberty, winning against North Penn Mansfield, and winning against Athens back to back here in this week of games. All games for Wellsboro at home, and games they're desperately trying to win to possibly take the NTL Big School crown. 2 more as Brought now has 20 on the night. He's catching up to the Tigers here. Shot misses there. Campbell gets the rebound. Krzyzewski getting ready to come back in. He's got to play with 4 fouls when he comes in. For Wellsboro, Macias Jeremiah Hines looks like he's getting ready to make an appearance as well, as the teams call timeout, I think more ostensibly to get some of the reserves in the game. And it'll be the Tigers ball here for the final 3:07. As the crowd has thinned out. Well, really can't say crowd. The gathering has thinned out. Again, just the 2 tickets per player. And now the parents of the JV squad are enjoying the game and enjoying it immensely with the Hornets right now on top by the 24-point margin. Some new faces on the court for Wellsboro. There's a wild shot taken by Hines. Back off the glass, no good. Here comes the Tigers. Sember's shot falls off to the side. And down comes Wellsboro. There's a shot off the back glass by Macias. And Macias doesn't get that to fall. 2:28 to play. And we'll almost be done with the night's activities. Here goes Krzyzewski. He bullies his way in. Nice move. Just couldn't get it to fall. Had a nice move to the hoop. Just couldn't get it to fall. Ian Hoos. And saving it there was Macias. He works it in nicely. Good give and go. Macias finds Wetzel and Spencer scores. There goes Sember with another nice move, putting some nice moves on, but he just can't get the basketball into the hoop there. And Elijah stays on his man. 3-pointer misses by Hoos. 1.5 minutes left to play. Here goes Moon. Back over across court to Kisley. Kisley on his drive throws up a bit of a wild shot there that Wellsboro is able to harness. And a little traveling music there on Macias. And Kelly to inbound it. Kelly to Moon. Tigers make their way into the front court. Long shot by Kisley, doesn't go. Krzyzewski tries for the rebound, can't get it, but he was able to tip it off of a Wellsboro player, off a Hoos. And with less than a minute to play, the Tigers will try to get some points here in the final minute. Kisley's shot doesn't go, but Kelly gets the rebound. He feeds Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski goes up. He can't get it to go, though. And the rebound comes down to Hoos, and here comes Wellsboro. Wetzel thought about a 3, doesn't take it. Working it inside to Hoos, and Hoos goes to the hoop, and he's fouled, and it looks like that may be the disqualifying foul on Krzyzewski. That'll be foul number 5, and his night will be done. Played a hard game, Cade did there. Just couldn't get too many to fall, but certainly gave his all tonight against some of the Wellsboro players, most notably Hayes Campbell. Nothing but nylon on that foul shot, 50-23. Second shot. Oh, gets that one to fall as well. So Ian Hoos now, he's approaching, I got him for 8 points, approaching the 3-point mark, or the 10-point mark. Long shot by Moon, doesn't go. And we'll see what the Hornets do, if they just run the clock out or if we're going to get a shot. Well, we won't know because Kelly steals the basketball. He gets it to Moon. He gets it to Elijah. Elijah throws up a shot to the basket, doesn't get it to go. And here comes Wellsboro for the final 10 seconds of the basketball game. Long three-pointer there. That doesn't go in by Jeremiah Hines. And Kisley's got a chance for one more try. Lets it go at the buzzer and almost got it to fall. Final score of the JV game, 51-23, as Wellsboro wins. Final scoring totals: Andrew Green, 6 points. Caden Moon, 5 points. Elijah Kisley, 5 points. Joe Sember, 6 points. 2 points for Kurzieski, Cade Kurzieski. For Wellsboro, 6 points for Spencer Wetzel. 8 points for Ian Hoos. 8 points for Caden Smith. 2 points for Watson File. 8 points for Hayes Campbell. And a 20-point game for Cameron Brought. And again, final score tonight, 51-23. Remember, with Wellsboro's win in the first game tonight, you go into Pizza Hut tomorrow. You go into Pizza Hut later tonight and just say Wellsboro wins, Salt on Blue Ridge, 15% off your dine-in